Next, Lab 3D manage Azure resources by using Azure CLI. So here we have total 3 tasks. So first one, start a bash session in Azure Cloud Shell. So we are already using PowerShell. Let's change it to bash. So if you have no storage allocated already, you can just create the new storage and make sure the bash selected. So like we have seen in the previous task, creating the Azure resource and managed disk using PowerShell. Now we are going to create using PowerCLI the bash CLI. So in the previous task, we have created the resource group using PowerShell in the East US region. So I'm going to create the resource group in the same region using bash. Location AZ group show name AZ-104 03C RG1 query location out unrecognized arguments. Okay, looks like we have the RG name correct. Okay, so there is a typo in the command. Dash dash name. Okay, next RG name equal AZ-104 03D RG1. So we are going to create the new RG in this name. So let's create the resource group AZ group create dash dash name RG name location. Okay, so we have created the RG using bash. Now let's retrieve the properties of the new resource group AZ group show and the RG name. Okay, so this is the new RG that we have created. So next we'll create managed disk using the bash. Let's give the variable name disk name AZ-104 dash 03D dash disk 1. Let's create the disk. AZ disk create. Resource group, name, disk name, in this queue. I'm going to use the standard LRS. And the size of the disk, it will be in GB. So I'm creating 32 gig disk. Okay, so to retrieve the properties, we can run the following command: az disk show. Put the resource group name, followed by the disk name. Okay, so this queue, it has updated standard LRS, the resource group name, the disk name, there is the size, okay, disk size 32 gig. Okay, next we will see how to configure the disk using the Azure CLI. Okay, first let's see how to increase the disk. AZ disk update, resource group name, and the disk name. Mention the size that you want to update. So I'm going to put 64 gig. Okay, so to verify that, run az disk show and the resource group name, and the disk name. We just need the disk size detail only. Disk size. Okay, so the command should be case sensitive. Make sure there is no typo. So it's 64 gig. Okay, next we will see how to change this queue from standard to premium. AZ disk update, resource group name, and the disk name, and put the SKU that you want to change. I'm going to put premium LRS. To verify that, use the following command: az disk show resource group name, and the disk name. I'm going to just query the SKU information only. Okay, so it's premium LRS. So that's it. So we have seen all the modules, all the labs in module 3. Make sure you remove all the resource that you have created. Otherwise, you will be seeing unexpected cost. So in this module, we have seen first started the bash session in the Azure Cloud Shell, and we have created resource group and Azure managed disk using the Azure CLI, and finally configured the managed disk using the Azure CLI. Okay, I'm going to remove all the resource that I have created during this lab. So you can also remove it using the PowerShell or bash command. I'm just going to remove all of them using the GUI. Next RG2, in RG3. Okay, so it will take some time to remove all the resources and the resource group. So once you delete the resource group, then it would delete the entire resources inside the resource group. So next we will see virtual networking.